Ladies and gentlemen, friends and fellow dreamers, I want to talk to you about something that's been on my mind for a long time, something I learned through the highest of highs and the deepest of lows. It's about walking alone and walking strong. I didn't start out on this path because it was easy. I didn't choose it because it was safe. In fact, the moments where I felt most alone were often the moments that shaped me, the moments that taught me the most about myself and the world I was creating. I've been there standing at the edge, wondering if I was brave enough to take the first step. I've been in rooms filled with people, surrounded by laughter and conversation, and still felt like I was carrying the weight of the world alone. The world wants to tell you that you need a crowd, that success comes when you're part of a team, that you can only make it with others at your side. But let me tell you something I know to be true. You don't need anyone's permission to be strong. You don't need anyone's approval to walk your own path. I'm not just talking about physical solitude, I'm talking about the kind of solitude that comes when you realize that the person who truly controls your destiny is you. Yes, you. In a world that demands conformity, that tells you to blend in, to follow the crowd, the true power lies in your ability to walk alone and still keep going. Because when you walk alone, you discover who you really are. You face the fear that rises when you're left with nothing but your own doubts. But in those moments of quiet, you find your true strength. You find what you're made of, and trust me, you're made of fire. When I was running those poker games, surrounded by power, money, and fame, I realized that the most important thing I had was my own resolve. I was surrounded by people who were used to taking risks, but none of them had the kind of inner strength you find when you face the consequences of your own decisions. The strength that comes when it's just you and your convictions. It's that inner fire that drives you to stand tall when the world tries to tear you down. Walking alone doesn't mean walking in isolation, it means walking in a way that allows you to embrace your individuality. You don't have to follow someone else's road to success. You carve your own path. You design your own journey with all the grit, the courage, and the strength you can muster. And when life knocks you down, and it will stand up, walk again. And this time, walk stronger, because you've learned, you've grown, and you've become unstoppable. Every setback, every challenge only serves to make you tougher. So walk alone, but don't walk weak. Walk with the confidence that comes from knowing you face the storm and emerge more resilient, more fierce, more unapologetically you. In the end, the journey is yours and yours alone. You control it. And when you walk alone, you can walk as strong as you want. So step forward with your head high, knowing you are your own greatest ally. And remember, when you walk alone, you walk stronger than you ever thought possible. Walking alone is not about being physically isolated from the world around you, about taking ownership of your own journey, no matter how uncertain or difficult it may seem. In life, there are moments when you're faced with decisions that only you can make, paths that only you can walk. It's in these moments that solitude becomes a powerful tool. It's not about being alone in the literal sense, but about being at peace with your own company. When you walk alone, you're forced to confront your fears, doubts, and insecurities head-on without the comfort of external validation or support. There's no crowd to cheer you on, no one to reassure you that you're doing the right thing. It's just you, your inner voice, and the courage to move forward despite the uncertainty. This is where true growth happens. You learn to trust yourself, to listen to your instincts, and to make decisions that align with your values rather than seeking approval from others. In these solitary moments, you realize that you have the strength to navigate challenges on your own. It's about building resilience and confidence in yourself, not relying on others to tell you that you're on the right path. The more you embrace solitude in this way, the more empowered you become. It's in the quiet, when there's no one else to lean on, that you find your true strength and capability. True strength is not something that can be found in external sources or fleeting moments of support. It comes from within. It's forged in the quiet spaces when no one is watching, when you're alone with your thoughts and your decisions. Walking alone forces you to dig deep, to connect with that inner well of power that you might not even realize exists until you truly need it. In those moments of solitude, you learn what you're made of. When you walk alone, you're faced with challenges that can only be overcome through your own resilience. There's no one to push you, no one to tell you it's going to be okay. It's up to you to find the strength to move forward. In these moments, you begin to understand the depth of your own character, the parts of you that can endure hardship, that can push through doubt, and that can rise when everything seems impossible. It's through this process of self-reliance that you build real strength. You discover that the true measure of your power lies not in how others perceive you or how much help you can get from the outside world, but in how you respond to adversity. You learn to trust yourself, to rely on your own instincts, and to believe that you have what it takes to get through even the toughest situations. This kind of strength isn't built overnight, but over time, through countless moments of standing on your own, overcoming your fears, and realizing that you are capable of far more than you ever imagined. Success is often portrayed as something that can only be achieved by following a set formula, by blending in with the crowd or meeting the expectations of others. But in reality, true success lies in your ability to carve out your own path and trust your unique vision. It doesn't require you to conform to someone else's idea of what you should be or where you should go. The power comes from within. It's about standing firm in your decisions, even when they go against the grain. When you embrace self-reliance, you realize that you don't need external approval or validation to define your worth or determine your direction. You learn to trust your own judgment, to make decisions based on what feels right for you rather than what others think you should do. This kind of independence empowers you to take risks, to break free from limitations, and to pursue the opportunities that align with your own values and goals. Walking your own path means accepting that not everyone will understand or support your journey. There will be moments of doubt and resistance from others, but that's where self-reliance becomes crucial. It's about trusting that you have the strength and wisdom to navigate challenges on your own. You don't need permission from anyone to step forward and chase your dreams. You don't need someone else's approval to know that you are worthy of success. The confidence to walk your own path is the true power that allows you to forge ahead and create the life you envision. Facing challenges on your own is one of the most transformative experiences you can have. It's easy to think that the tough moments are something to avoid, but in reality, it's through these moments that we learn our greatest lessons. When you stand alone in the face of adversity, you don't have the option to run, to pass the burden off, or to rely on someone else to pull you through. You have to confront the situation head-on, and in doing so, you discover the depth of your own strength. Each challenge you face, each difficult decision you make contributes to your growth. The struggle becomes the soil in which your resilience is planted, and the more you endure, the stronger you become. You learn to navigate through uncertainty, to trust in your ability to make it through when things feel like they're falling apart. It's these tough moments that teach you the most about yourself, how you react, how you handle stress, and how you rise after every setback. By facing challenges alone, you develop a sense of inner strength that can never be taken away from you. You learn to rely on your own resources, whether it's mental toughness, problem-solving skills, or emotional resilience. You build confidence in your ability to overcome the obstacles that come your way. The more you face on your own, the more you realize that you are capable of handling far more than you ever thought possible. Each challenge you tackle strengthens your foundation, making you more prepared for whatever the future holds. It's these moments of struggle that ultimately shape you into someone who is unstoppable, who has the confidence to face whatever challenges lie ahead. When you walk alone, you take full control of your journey. There is no set roadmap, no prescribed steps to follow. Instead, you have the freedom to carve out a path that reflects who you truly are. This is the moment when you realize that success is not about fitting into a mold or following a predetermined route. It's about defining your own way forward. When you choose to walk alone, you choose to design a journey based on your own values, goals, and aspirations, not someone else's. This autonomy gives you the power to make decisions that are in alignment with what truly matters to you. You're not influenced by what others expect from you or by the pressures of society to conform to a certain standard. Instead, you build your own version of success, one that is rooted in your personal definition of fulfillment. Whether your aspirations are about personal growth, professional achievements, or making a meaningful impact in the world, the choice is yours to make. When you walk alone, there are no shortcuts. The path isn't always clear, and it requires effort and reflection to understand what you truly want. But in this process, you uncover what makes you unique, what drives you and motivates you when things get tough. You get to decide what success looks like for you, and you have the power to create the life that reflects your deepest values and desires. This ability to define your journey is what makes walking alone so empowering. It's not about following the crowd or meeting someone else's expectations. It's about forging a path that is authentically yours. You learn to trust yourself and make choices that reflect your personal vision for the future, not someone else's blueprint. And as you move forward, you'll find that the journey itself is just as important as the destination. Life has a way of throwing obstacles in our path, unexpected challenges, setbacks, and moments of failure. When you walk alone, these moments can feel particularly heavy, as there's no one to lean on, no one to carry the weight with you. But it's in these very moments that you develop the resilience that shapes your future. Every setback, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity for growth. When you walk alone, you don't have the luxury of giving up or waiting for someone to fix things for you. You stand tall, confront the situation, and keep moving forward, because you know that failure isn't the end, it's part of the process. Each failure teaches you something valuable. It reveals your weaknesses, but more importantly, it shows you how to turn those weaknesses into strengths. You learn how to adapt, how to push through adversity, and how to keep your focus on your ultimate goal. The pain of setbacks doesn't last forever, but the lessons they teach you stay with you. The more you face, the more you learn how to bounce back stronger. You begin to see setbacks not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to the person you are becoming. Walking alone means that you are accountable for your own journey. You take full responsibility for your actions, your decisions, and your results. But with that responsibility comes the power to rise after every fall. Resilience isn't just about enduring hardship, it's about using each experience, good or bad, as fuel to keep moving forward. When you face setbacks alone, you build a tenacity that cannot be shaken. Each challenge makes you stronger, more determined, and more certain that no obstacle is too great to overcome. When you walk alone and confront life's difficulties with strength and determination, you forge an unstoppable confidence. It's not the kind of confidence that comes from external validation or the applause of others. It's a deep, unshakable belief in yourself that grows through each challenge you face. As you navigate the obstacles that come your way, you realize that you have the power to not only survive, but thrive in adversity. Each difficult step you take, every battle you face alone, builds a solid foundation of self-assurance that nothing can take away. Walking alone forces you to trust yourself completely. When there is no one to rely on, no one to guide you, you are left with nothing but your own instincts, abilities, and decisions. The more you trust these, the more confident you become in your own capacity to handle anything life throws at you. It's in these moments of solitude and struggle that your true strength emerges. You begin to understand that confidence isn't about being fearless or always knowing the way forward. It's about having the courage to take action despite the fear and uncertainty, and the belief that you have the tools within you to handle whatever the journey brings. As you face each challenge and keep moving forward, no matter how tough it gets, you become more authentic. You shed the need to conform, to seek approval, or to mold yourself into what others think you should be. You become more aligned with who you truly are, unapologetically embracing your values and beliefs. This authenticity, coupled with the resilience you've built, makes you unstoppable. When you walk alone with confidence, you stop waiting for external circumstances to change in your favor. You realize that you have the power to shape your own reality and move toward your goals with unwavering determination. And this realization is what gives you the strength to continue no matter what stands in your way.